up, ladies and gents? Coming at you today from the Schrocket Off-road Garage. So when most of the world is on quarantine, nothing's changed for me. Apparently I'm essential. So today, I apologize in advance for the talking head video, but I thought I'd show you around the garage. A lot of changes, a lot of things have happened in the last couple of weeks, so I'm gonna show you around a little bit. First of all, let me turn off this air conditioner. It is not another beautiful day in Arizona. It's over 100 degrees outside. My little AC unit has got this garage down to a very comfortable 92 degrees. Look at that. So anyway, like I said, a lot of changes here recently. I've added some equipment, kind of going in a new direction with this channel. I've always been kind of a built, not bought kind of person. So a lot of the things that I recently bought is to enable me to build more. Don't have a lot of experience with it. Always just kind of tinkered with stuff with very limited tools and equipment. So I've decided to go ahead and upgrade and see what I'm capable of. So if you're into that kind of stuff, stay tuned. I'll show you what I can, the mistakes and the triumphs. So, had the drill press for a while. I've had this little Mig Welder for quite some time. That's been my go-to for many years. I've added the belt sander, disc sander combo. Well, you'll notice a lot of this stuff is the cheap Harbor Freight stuff, and some of it's not. Like for example, this Lincoln TIG 200 square wave. I'm going to learn how to TIG weld. I've got, you might see there, some of you might recognize that. That is a Rogue Fab Versa notcher for notching tubing. Over here we've got horizontal bandsaw, cutting materials. I've added the old Harbor Freight shop press, and then this guy right here. Not on the cheap side. It's our Rogue Fab Model M600 HD tubing bender. I bought that as a weld together kit, and I bought it with one set of dies for 1 3/4 tubing. I have plans obviously to collect some more dies as I start building different things. I barely even use this thing. I literally just bent my first piece of tubing yesterday. I've had it for a few weeks now. Getting it calibrated because I also bought the Bentech software to go with it to aid in the assembly building process. So yeah, I'm just working on getting it calibrated for this die that's in it and for the material that I'm going to be using. I did spend last week building a cart for it. They do offer a cart that you can buy for this machine. Again, I like built, not bought. I can customize it, personalize it to my personal needs. I'm kind of a tall person, so a lot of things that you buy aren't the height that I need them at. And if you'll notice, my workbenches are extremely tall, and that's because it fits me. So back to this, I've also got down here a Harbor Freight tubing roller, and then of course we got the parts washer. No, Rugged doesn't make a parts washer. That's a Tractor Supply deal. A few of the projects I've already got going, far too many all at the same time. This is a priority. Nothing fancy, nothing special. This is a 4-liter V6 out of my wife's Explorer. We're getting that thing freshened up. Pretty much going to be a full rebuild. And then this over here is my son's. This is a 360. It's going in his 74 F100. That's a runner. We're just freshening it up. And then tucked away over here in the corner, that's a special one. This has been sitting here for about 8 years. That is a 460 for my 65 F100. Someday I'll get around to finishing that up. So I've also been collecting materials, and when you're working out of a little 2-car garage with as much junk in it as what I have, you have to utilize every bit of space that you can possibly find. So that's my metal rack. So I've been collecting some materials. Most of this stuff is just the cheapest tubing you can get. It's 1 3/4 095 wall. I figured it's just HREW, so figure there's going to be a lot of scrap as I learn how to do this, so no sense in buying chromoly or DOM or anything like that until I know what the heck I'm doing. So we'll take this outside. I'll show you some more stuff that I picked up today. So out here on the car hauler, I just picked up some more stuff today. Some of this is for fence posts on the property. I did go ahead and buy some 1 3/4 120 wall just to kind of see what the difference between the 095 and the 120 is in the Rogue Fab. Again, no real plans for it, just kind of learning as I go. Square tubing and the expanded metal, that's going to be basically a drop-in tailgate for this trailer, because as you can see, all the straps and nonsense I got going on to keep this stuff from falling off my trailer. I figure if I just build a drop-in tailgate, then I don't have to worry about stuff falling off the trailer. Isn't that right, dog? And over here's the boys project. That's an 08 YZU 250F. He wadded it up, riding it on the road like I told him not to. So guess who's paying for it? Not me. But anyway, he's got parts coming for that, getting that back together. By the way, you might be a redneck fabricator if your blasting cabinet is on top of a non-operating dryer on your patio. So that's the tour. I have actually also painted in here. It looks a lot better. It used to be a multicolored garage. It's looking a lot better, shaping up. Did a lot of reorganizing. It's starting to come together. Of course, every shop needs a dry erase board. If you're an organized person, you need a dry erase board. To-do list, want to-do list, keeping track of the services on the X3, just a few odd notes here and there. Some of you have never seen that. That is my first side-by-side, the General 1000 4-seater. Yes, we duned it. We duned it until I melted down the primary clutch on it, and then I fixed it and traded it in on that. That wasn't meant to dune. That's meant to dune. So some of the projects that I have planned, like I said, I like to build things. So when I feel comfortable and confident that I know how to use this equipment that I bought, I'll be chopping the cage off of this and building my own. Really looking forward to that, making it your own. In addition to that, I'm probably going to build some parts for now for the stock cage. Got some ideas for some flag mounts, possibly a different setup for the chase light mount. Probably build myself my own new shift gate. Just kind of change the configuration of the shifter layout. I got some ideas there that I think would be pretty cool. I'm probably going to redo my rock and sand and dirt mud deflectors on the trailing arms. Eventually I'll probably get into building my own trailing arms, radius rods, A-arms, who knows. Possibilities are endless. That being said, I do already have some material on order. If the carrier can find it, because they lost it. I'm going to be doing my own exhaust on this. So the plan is to go 3-inch from the turbo, use the factory exit location, just 3-inch straight pipe all the way out. I'll keep the spark arrestor because we do ride up in the woods, so that's a must-have. Some of the other things I want to do, a bumper. There's a lot of them out there you can buy. Again, I want my own personal touch on my stuff, so I've got a really cool idea, I think, for a front bumper for these. And if it works out, who knows, I may build to order, start selling some of this stuff. We'll see how it goes. Probably safe to say that before this is all said and done, every vehicle I have will probably have a tube bumper on it. I'm okay with that. The first one that's going to get it is going to be this XJ. Some of you may have seen this in the clips from my intros on some of my videos. This is my $500 XJ. I bought this thing wrecked. It was totaled. Well, totaled per the insurance company. Pretty much axle swapped it, threw some fenders on it, and drove it for years. So this thing has undergone a little bit of a transformation here recently. It was multicolored. I stripped it all down to nothing. My first ever paint job. Technically it's not a paint job, this is just primer sealer. But I figure it's a dirt toy, I don't really need a nice paint job on it. So that's what it is. I threw some fiberglass fenders on the front to cover up the big 33s. Converted it, this is actually a 92. Converted it to the later style XJ grill. But anyway, enough about that. We'll go into details on that when I do the project later. It is gutted though. I have some spare tire mounts inside, a couple of razor seats. But yeah, I've already got a tube bumper drawn up in Bentec. And I've already started to bend some tubing for it. As I get further into that project, I'll film some of that and put that together for you to see. So there's a little bit of a glimpse into what I got going on here. Those of you that were hoping to see some more action or maybe some rollovers, sorry to disappoint, just a talking head video. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, by all means follow along. Let me know what else you'd like to see. And yeah, I'm gonna figure this out and start building some parts. Thanks for watching, and keep the dirty side down.